Hi, my name is Carrie Cable, and I am going to demonstrate a nursing skill that would be maybe something that a veterinary assistant would do. I'm just going to adjust my camera just a little bit because we're going to be going out, and I want to make sure we have a little bit more area in the background. This is Razzmatazz. This is my 23-year-old standardbred mare, and we've had our own issues with some lameness stuff, so we're pretty well versed at moving along and kind of what the vet would be looking for. So just quickly, I'll talk about surface. This is an indoor arena. It's not really meant for riding because there are stalls in the back, and it is sand and dirt, but the footings aren't great, so nobody really rides in here. So it's okay because everything's compacted. It is okay to do this type of an exam in here because it's pretty flat surface, and we are in Minnesota, and we have crazy weather, and the last few days it was up in the 80s and all of our snow started to melt, so it made everything super muddy. And today it's, again, my nose is really red because it's cold, because it's 30 degrees and snowing again. So outside is not ideal for us right now, so we're going to make do with in here. And we are not going to do it in the barn aisles because the cement tends to get a little slippery when conditions are weird. And I want to stay away from anything slippery with her. And she does have, she has been diagnosed with a little bit of OCD in her house, so we know that she's got a little arthritis going on anyway, so but she stays pretty limber most of the time. So again, I am going to run out, run back, or walk out, walk back, and then we'll trot out, trot back, assuming that she'll be cooperative and trot for me. She just finished a training session, and so she's ready to get back out to her buddies. But we'll go through the motions anyway, and then I'll move her in some tighter circles. So you could see that as well. And then, yeah, we'll just start there. And then we'll kind of talk about it. So one more thing quickly is I'm going to leave her lead line a little bit loose, so that if she does need to express anything through head movement, that I'm not restricting that. And so I'm going to stay off to one side so that, again, like you're the vet, I don't want to obstruct your view. So I'll keep her just to one side of me on both ways, back, out and back. And give her a little bit of grace with my lead line so that she's got some movement, or the ability to move her head with no restriction. Okay, come on, Mom. Let's make sure we're in. Okay, that is out and back at a walk. So now we'll do a trot. Come on. Come on. Now, ideally, she would have stayed a little bit more up to my shoulder. Like I said, she's a little bit done. She's ready to be outside. But ideally, she should stay more in line with me so that I'm not kind of tugging her along. And then I'm just going to back up a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more. I just want to make sure we've got more full body because I'll do tighter circles for her. Okay, so, in that, she looks like she's doing her crossovers fairly well. She does she's a little bit older, she does get a little stiff, but that would be another thing they're looking at, is making sure that she's moving freely in all ways. And then lastly, something I've done regularly, the vet might also want you to lunge the horse, and there are times where I've had to send videos off because it's really hard, I think. If the vet is standing here like you would be, that's fine. You can lunge your horse and they can see what they're looking at. But sometimes I've had to send videos because he hasn't been able to get out right away. And so I would have my trainer, Mari, help me where I could take video while she lunged Raz both ways. And that way I could get a very clear, full video. I could stand right next to Mari as in the center, and then she could lunge her to the left and then turn around, lunge her to the right. And we could get a very clean, full video without any obstructed view of Raz's movement. And then I'm not trying to hold a camera and trying to lunge and things like that at the same time. So at times I've done that in advance just to give my vet a heads up of like what he's looking for when he gets here. And that's been very, very helpful. But ideally, you know, they need to come out and they need to do the flex tests, do all the flexion and make sure that the joints are moving the way they're supposed to be moving, or, you know, it's to decipher whether or not a block is needed or something like that. So I think I've covered most of it. We've talked about surface. We've gone through the motions of out and back with a walk and a trot, and we've done tighter circles. We've talked about lunging. I think that's about it. I think that's it. Thanks so much.